I mean, this is going to be a really long episode, though, with the trip report.
I know.
Too soon? Howdy, it's Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, and this is episode 167 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Eskin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
I'm here, I have my health. That's it. That's all
you can ask for.
Yeah.
You know, you've got everything, is what I'm hearing.
I don't have a trip report.
No. That marketing has under very strict orders that we need to go through the history, for our sponsors before we get to the trip report.
Okay, so yeah, sorry. We have an epic trip report coming, so stay tuned.
That's right. After the ad break.
We're going to be
Chickies
talking about Raycon earbuds. I don't know we've already done this joke.
Raycon. I only get that from people whose Facebooks have been hacked. From knockoffraycon.com or whatever.
All right.
What happened in 1867, Craig?
Nothing. I couldn't find anything. Usually I can find some crumb, some image on
I know.
Reddit.
Not even a picture of a cow from 1867.
Nothing. I found something that was wrong, I think. Something that hinted about the Dennis Hotel. But we've already talked about the beginnings of the Dennis Hotel. Yeah. And I refuse to go back in time.
Believe it was later than what we said.
Yeah, no, impossible.
When was that? 1861 or whatever?
It was a while ago. Yeah. Episode-wise. So, 1967, can we just skip 100 years forward and go straight to 1967?
It's what the people want.
The Holiday Inn, it says Atlantic City's first Holiday Inn was built. I guess there have been multiple. Opened in 1967, only lasted a dozen years, closed in 1979 because casino gambling was on the table and everyone was buying up all those beachfront structures trying to build casinos.
Especially gentlemen's magazines.
Yes, so this was going to be the Penthouse Casino. Had
to be a rival of the Playboy Casino, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually related to that.
I don't know, maybe not. I'd like to think it is, though. I'd like to think it's like a smutty magazine war on the boardwalk.
Yeah, I mean, it said the owner.
Was it Larry Flint?
It was not Larry Flint. And now I can't find it, and so it's making for really great content. Guccione,
we'll say it's Larry Flint. Just call him Larry Flint.
Bob Guccione, a.k.a. Larry Flint. It closed in 1979. The Penthouse Casino was planned. Construction was never finished. So the old husk of the Holiday Inn was left sitting there for another 10 years. And then it was bought by Trump in 1989 and renovated to become part of the Trump Plaza.
Friend of the podcast, Donald J. Trump.
It is the building that the Rainforest Cafe is in.
That's all you need to know.
When you look at the picture of this building in the link that I'll send you, what sticks out to you?
I mean, the picture that's in this article is really just the Rainforest Cafe, but these are very weird, fake balconies that aren't balconies, obviously, because they have no railings.
So the Holiday Inn, this article says that the Holiday Inn had private terraces, so I'm guessing that it used to have these balconies and that they got rid of them when it became a casino. And I've always thought that. Every time I've walked by this building, I've been like, I bet those used to be balconies before this was a casino, or they were planning to build balconies and they were like, oh no, this is a casino, you can't do that.
I mean, they have balconies at the Cosmo.
They do, but that was supposed to be condos, I think.
I don't know how many people jump off those, but
we never find out about it.
I don't hear about it, so.
I mean, apparently a lot of people jump off out of the atrium things at the Luxor right into the lobby.
Ooh.
And that's a big problem because it's a very public place to do that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I mean, you could just go right up to the top of the diagonal elevators. Ugh, no, it's not good.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
Gruesome stuff. So that's, some good Trump
Dark.
Plaza content.
Due for a Win has taken a turn.
Yeah. And it will continue on that turn as we get into the next segment.
So, yeah, the trip report, as I recall, just to give the background, me and you were going to go to Atlantic City this last weekend, and then you ditched me for your wife, so let me know how that went.
Karma kicked me square in the balls is how that went. So we were supposed to leave on Friday, and Friday morning, my wife woke up like, I'm not feeling so good. I was like, this is bad. And she went to the doctor and got a prescription, and we were like, okay, we'll just go later. We were planning to go in the evening anyway. It'll be fine. And then she got a prescription for an antibiotic and had an allergic reaction to the antibiotic and got much, much worse. So it was stringing me along for the whole weekend, meanwhile completely ignoring my wife, who's in agony this whole time having an allergic reaction, and just thinking like, come on, let's go. When are we going to Atlantic City? Just kept thinking like, okay, well, maybe we can go tomorrow. Maybe we can go like later in the day and at least get a dinner and a night. And then it was just pretty clear, probably around 10 or 11 a.m. on Saturday, that this was just not happening. So I called the Tropicana and said, we need to cancel. We are very sick. And I think they just assume that's COVID and then don't charge you the $50 cancellation fee. I don't think they charged us, but I haven't checked the credit card.
Certainly, when I checked out early from the Caesars on whatever, like March 18th, 2020, they did not charge me anything. They're just like, yeah, that's probably the right choice.
Well, I went to do it online, and it came up with a big warning that's like, you're within the window, we're going to have to charge you $50. And I was like, let me just call and see what happens if I call. And they did not say anything about $50. So
yeah,
I'm hoping they did not charge me anything.
I mean, it is sort of in their interest as well not to have incredibly sick people turning up. So, but, never look a profit center in the mouth, I guess.
That's true. I mean, one thing that happened is I called on Friday and canceled Friday night thinking we'd still go Saturday.
Foolish.
And so in that time, though...
So naive.
I know. In that time, I had gone from Diamond to Gold, but was still awaiting the match back from Wyndham to be Diamond again. So it was going to cost me $32 and whatever cents in resort fees for the room. And I was like, ooh, this room change is really costing me. Now today, I'm back to Diamond again. So I can book totally free rooms again. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sad. I was excited to go stay at Trop. And
I think there was a time period where you could have been like, you know what? My wife's not doing great, but she's probably going to make it. I can still salvage this weekend by calling up my buddy Kyle and going to Atlantic City with him instead.
That's true. I actually sort of thought about, like, what would she say if I just sort of, like...
Left.
Not just left, but asked, like, hey, the kids are at the in-laws. I've got the room. What if I just went and, pulled some penny slots for a couple hours and then came home tomorrow morning? But I didn't go for that. Because,
you probably made the right choice.
I think that was probably the right choice, yeah. She's still not feeling great either, so it's been a long one. It's antibiotics, don't take them. Yeah. Modern medicine is just bad. Vaccines, don't do that either.
Yep.
Isn't this what Joe Rogan got in trouble for?
Yeah.
No, this is not at all what Joe Rogan got in trouble for.
No. We won't go there. Friend of the podcast, Donald J. Trump, says you should get your vaccine. So
that's a good point.
And if you're brilliant enough to build the Trump Plaza.
Out of the Holiday Inn, no less.
Out of the Holiday Inn.
So that's that. It was sad.
Let me tell you, I had a lot of good times at that Starbucks.
That's true. I did.
And bathroom.
Yeah, we've talked about that a bunch of times. But
Starbucks and bathroom.
I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about our failed trip. Other than that, you probably were using some sort of voodoo doll and
that's true.
Made it so that my trip didn't happen.
If you don't know anything else about me, know I am extremely vindictive.
Yes, I do know that about you.
Yes. I was just like...
Full of rage.
Oh, no. Full of, just ecstasy when you're, telling me about how badly the weekend's going on Saturday or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't even update anything, though. I didn't tweet or anything trip's not happening. I was just like, whatever. I can't even be bothered to do this. This is too sad. Fine. Too sad.
No. Very well. I hope Andrea feels better. And I am sad that you could not make it.
We have other sad news.
But I'm really happy.
Are you also happy about our favorite place to use the Diamond Celebration dinner?
Number one Diamond Celebration dinner location in beautiful Harrah's, or Atlantic City.
The Rum Point Crab House, where we went to use our Diamond Celebration dinner just a few weeks ago. It's probably more than that now. Has closed. It closed on February 1st. The website says closed for the season.
I have questions about this.
Okay.
When we went, it wasn't bustling or anything, but there were people there.
Yeah.
They were doing a business.
Sure.
It was already only open on the weekend, right?
Yeah, like how much can this really cost?
Yeah, I can't imagine that it was like unprofitable for them to run it on Friday and Saturday only. Especially like unless they're going to put something else there, which I'm sure they're not.
Yeah, I mean, certainly not until April or May at the earliest. So I guess the question is, does this actually reopen when more people are going? I think the weekend visitation's still pretty high, though, so I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was totally fine when we went.
So I actually thought the food there was pretty good. I mean, granted, I don't know how I would have felt if I was paying full fare, but...
Oh, yeah. Except for the biscuits. Don't get the biscuits.
Yeah, the biscuits were horrible. So I'll give a huge tip of the cap to EAC, Everything AC Casinos Facebook group member Erica R., who posted this all the way back on January 22nd. They had a sign up saying they were closing February 1st. Apparently, people were asking the staff there when they would reopen, and the staff was kind of like, really? Come on now. You know what this means. So, not a lot of optimism about any sort of reopening. But
it's
I don't know.
First time
We'll
I've
see.
heard this name, but I'll keep an ear out for more Erica R references. Maybe she could be the new Megan K.
Maybe. The other thing, well, there's a couple other things also worth mentioning. We had the Jingle Bell Bar at Ocean. That has long since gone because of seasonality. But it's February, and Resorts is trying their hand at the pop-up bar thing,
Yes.
and they have renamed Bar 1, which is right there on the casino floor, the XO Bar for the whole month of February. So don't think that February 15th comes around next Tuesday, it's done. No. You have until February 28th to go see the pink and white froofy stuff on the ceiling, get your Valentine's themed cocktails, and I don't know. It looks mostly the same to me, but with some decorations.
I, obviously because I'm a very important person and I'm on their press list, have gotten many emails about the XO Bar. Or because I'm a registered player at Resorts.
Oh. I'm jealous. Ocean never said anything back or approved my request to be in the press corps, and I feel
We've
jilted.
never said anything other than good things about the Ocean. I'm surprised that they wouldn't
There was
chauffeur us straight to the front of the line.
there was
to be their
Ocean
official
news.
shills.
They have a new general manager. I didn't put his name down because I knew that there was nothing worth talking about.
There's certainly nothing I care about.
But yeah, you can go to the XO Bar in February. That was a place that I was hoping to go because we were going to go to Doherty's for happy hour, and I was like, "Oh, I'll walk by and check that out and check out what the Valentine's cocktails look like on the way out." No, just another disappointment in a line of many disappointments.
Well, I would still go to Doherty's with you because it's delicious. Not even I would like to go to the XO Bar with you because I feel quite jilted right now. So,
Otherwise, if not,
otherwise
for
I
that-
would be totally in. Yes.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Maybe next year you'll have had a full year to get over it, and we can both go to the XO Bar together.
May I ask you once again after you have jilted me last time? But I am like a Stockholm syndrome victim or whatever. I just will keep coming back for more when we are going to Atlantic City.
Don't you have a bunch of stuff in like February and March and April?
The next 2 weekends certainly are not good, but I'm free the last weekend in February and then like
No, that's everybody's birthday.
one of the weekends in March. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I know you're going away in March at some point.
Going away the first couple weeks of March. Yes.
March 26th weekend.
I go to Europe not too long after. Yeah, the 26th should be fine. All right, done.
You have 2 full weeks.
Yeah,
for
no,
your-
26 is good. 26 is good.
Okay. Seems totally... I can't imagine anything that would come up, especially...
Especially when you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to go with my wife.
I should mention, the in-laws did say, well, we'll take the kids again sometime so you can actually get your trip.
Ah,
I know.
you're killing me. Just go when I'm in, Florida or whatever.
Yeah, I would hope that happens before March 26th. I mean, come on.
March 26th is definitely going to be when you plan your anniversary trip. And guess what? I'm coming too. It doesn't matter. You had your opportunity to go without me, but you've lost it.
We'll all be at the XO Bar, except it'll be
Indeed.
long closed by then. Do you want to talk about this Hard Rock thing?
So, I don't know much about this, though I am outraged only from what I read. The Hard Rock has apparently put up signs saying only Rock Royalty and X card holders can enter the high-limit slot room. So if you don't have either, you need to talk to the host at the podium. So, I have questions. Like, so are they checking cards there, or...
Yes, so this was posted by the legendary David Wong in the AC Adventures with David Wong Facebook group. I think in response to people's complaints about the change, saying, hey, I tried to go into the high limit lounge and they asked for my Rock Royalty card and I didn't have one. And so they said, get lost. Apparently you can just say like, hey, I'm actually here to play. I'm not just here to, lollygag and look at other people playing, and they'll let you play. But I don't know how you feel. I would be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, I have played many times in the Hard Rock high limit room. A, because it's like by far the nicest slot area in Hard Rock, because I hate Hard Rock. But and like B, it has like, I don't know, 8-5 or something, which is like the best odds in Hard Rock.
At video poker?
Yeah,
the video poker is not great there.
It's bad. I mean, it's a bad casino. What can I say? But yeah, this is outrageous, and like it only cements my feelings that Hard Rock is a bad casino and people should not go there.
So my understanding is that there was like a panhandler problem. People going in and asking people for money.
I understand, and like that is a bad thing and it needs to be addressed, but like I don't think that the medicine is appropriate for the disease here.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I couldn't believe it when I saw that this was the policy and that people were getting rejected. And I don't know, I get the argument like, oh, well, you can go talk to them and they'll let you in, but you're cutting off a bunch of people who maybe don't come to AC that often, or are just checking out your casino because they're coming from Borgata or whatever, and don't have a Rock Royalty card or an X card, but want to play at high limit slots. Like, there's no reason to cut it off like this when you can just, be more vigilant about kicking out the panhandlers and stuff.
And like the one time that I could remember getting panhandled in a casino, like it was at Trop, kind of in the corner, walking down towards the casino or whatever. I understand like a lot of people very much do not like being panhandled or whatever because it makes them feel bad. I don't care. But so like whatever. I was just like, no, I don't have anything for you, dude. And then, but by the time I got to like, there's kind of fountains down at the bottom on the casino end of the quarter. By the time I got there, like I heard one of the security guards be like, there's a panhandler like up in the quarter, like on the radio. And he started sprinting up that way. So like this could be taken care of without this ridiculous policy that makes no sense, unless they just truly want this to be a more exclusive place and like they think that their big players are going to be much happier just having less people in there, which they very well may, but it makes it be a place that I don't want to go.
I guess I'm trying to look at it from the standpoint of a frequent Hard Rock high limit player.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like it would be a huge turnoff to have someone standing there watching you as you play.
Oh yeah, it's
$50 spin or $100 spin slots,
deeply
right?
Annoying. I understand. Like, that's horrible.
And especially if you're playing for huge sums, there have been a couple of stories recently of people following someone home from the casino and actually killing them.
Yeah, including Meyer Lansky.
So, good point. That's 3 actually. Yes. That was very recent in 1920, whatever. But so I understand the concern, but then you're like paying somebody to stand at this podium the whole time. How big is that area? How hard would it be to just have a security person in there being more active and booting people out of there as needed? So it just seems weird to me. And then the other, I don't know if you want to move on from this topic yet, but
oh no, I'm happy being outraged.
There's another thing at Hard Rock that changed a little earlier, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, that they're stopping the comped drinks at video poker at Center Bar and Lobby Bar on Friday and Saturday nights. So, basically the peak times, they don't want somebody sitting and just slow playing quarter video poker like I do. Although I'm sure I actually play fast enough that it's fine for comp drinks. But, sitting there and listening to the music and getting comp drinks. But I haven't seen any like absolute confirmation of this from people being like, hey, what the hell? I went and tried to play video poker at the Lobby Bar and I couldn't get any comp drinks. But multiple people have talked about it as though it is definitely the policy. So I'm not questioning it. I plan to check it out this past weekend. And alas, another thing on the list of things that did not happen. that also, I was already outraged about that. And this seems like sort of a similar move, or like in the similar vein.
Are you getting on my bandwagon that Hard Rock is a bad casino and people should not go there?
I mean, I still like it for a lot of things, but one of my favorite things about it was going and sitting at the Hard Rock Center bar, playing video poker, getting comp drinks, and listening to the music. And if you take that away, like, that's a big incentive for me to go. And I know it's probably not a big moneymaker for them, like, in terms of, you know, if I'm sitting there and playing $1.25 a hand and getting comp drinks, like, their expected take on that is pretty low. But it's frustrating. I, like, as a player who likes that property, it's very frustrating. And all these little changes, I just keep thinking the line, "Are casinos thinking?" from an old You Can Bet on That episode. It does not seem like Hard Rock is thinking.
For me, a big thing was, and I don't know how many years ago this was, but it was quite a few years ago, probably before COVID, when they got rid of, like, all the nice beer in the Asia room, because that was, like, a huge draw for me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Asia room is still, like, extremely nice, it must be said, and, like, I personally am someone who does not care if he's drinking Miller Lite or a nice beer, but I understand that a lot of people do enjoy nice beer and do not enjoy Miller Lite.
Was that they got rid of it in the Asian room, or that you dropped from Rock Royalty to regular
No,
stacks?
they got rid of it in the Asia room.
Oh, huh.
You
Interesting.
used to be able, in the Asia room, I think you had the same selection that you would have in, like, the high limit area at Hard Rock before, and they got rid of that.
Yeah, it's disappointing stuff.
I mean, the Asia room is still nice. I will say that, but I don't know. I just don't. Am I going to go to Hard Rock this year? Seems questionable. I would only go, I think, if you dragged me there, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very sad if I didn't make it to Hard Rock at least once this year, but maybe I'll go. And
Also, they comp you a lot more generously than they comp me.
That's true.
Which is strange.
Yeah, I get a decent number of Friday nights, so.
I get nothing. I don't think I get weeknights comp there, so.
Wow.
And I put up plenty of play there, honestly, I think, so. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's always in short spurts, so I don't know if that affects it, but yeah, it's weird considering just the denominations that you and I are playing in. You know, even if we're playing the same thing, the speed that you play versus the speed that I play, for me to be getting better comps.
No, I don't know. Hard Rock is just a frustrating place.
I feel like they didn't really put a foot wrong in a lot of their player relations decisions for the first couple of years that they were open.
It was amazing. I mean, I still didn't like... The casino floor was very bright, as I've said many, many times, and I don't love it at all. And I feel like the slot area is, like, a bit crowded a little bit, but certainly they did everything right kind of early on, and now it seems like they are kind of going down the MGM Borgata path of, like, trying to do as much as possible wrong.
Yeah, and I don't understand with the video poker thing, like, other people have solved for this, like, make it a ticket system, make it a green light, red light thing. Like, I don't know if you just don't want your bartenders to have to play the police on that, but, like, this is a system that people are used to now, and they are very accepting of. Like,
right.
Just put it in place. Put it in place only Friday and Saturday nights and say, like,
there's nothing to police if it's, like, a red light, green light thing. The bartender can just be like, your light is red, you're not getting any drinks, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no policing necessary. It's not like masking or whatever where they have to proactively go over to someone and be like, put your mask on.
Yeah, I don't, it's weird. It's so weird. And it's especially so weird, like I said, where they started out and they were matching to Rock Royalty and they were giving free nights to people who matched in and doing a lot of things to get people in the place. But I guess, you know, similar to Borgata, they're doing very, very well, and now they can start to sort of make these decisions and see if they actually affect the bottom line.
Have we talked about Borgata recently? You know, the most frustrating thing about Borgata is, like, in all of my mailers, I get stuff that's like, you get basically, you know, Sunday through Thursday comped or whatever, log into the website to, like, look at your comps. And every time I log into the website, I have 0 comps on the calendar, and it makes me so irrationally angry.
Yeah, that's a good point. I get that somewhere. I get that at resorts. I get resorts emails saying that I think it's Monday through Thursday comps, but when I actually click on the links, it doesn't give me any comp options. So
the worst.
Similar situation. But yeah, that stuff's really frustrating.
It drives me crazy.
I mean, I know with resorts historically, like if you call...
Right. It might be that way too for Borgata, but like certainly,
surprised.
like I've gotten comps through the website at Borgata before. Like right
Really?
now, like I have comps. It seems like whenever I want at Golden Nugget, which I don't know if we've talked about on the podcast before or not, but it's like very clear that like you have to call in for that. I think they're probably the last property in Atlantic City that's that way, but
Yeah.
but at Borgata, it says on the mailer like to get your comped rooms or whatever, like go to the website and log in, and then there's no comps.
Yeah, I mean, it's MGM Rewards. It's not Golden Nugget. It's not resorts. This is a big place with a ton of properties. So, yeah. Our Casino's Thinking, episode 82 of You Can Bet on That.
All right. So I think we talked about this a little bit last episode, which was, running a bit long, but I had some content that I don't really think there's a point to. Just mostly to make Craig feel bad. So
I deserve it.
So the Philadelphia Eater website has the top 10 restaurants in Atlantic City. And I wanted to run them by you to see how it made you feel. And by the way, the answer is going to be pretty bad.
Because I haven't been to any of them, or because I don't like some of them?
So, no. Last updated June 13th, 2019. So that'll give you some indication of why you may feel bad, because it may or may not be true that a lot of these restaurants are going to be closed.
No, the Continental Budokan. No. Okay, let's
So, but we'll go through the list and we can talk a little bit about like what properties or restaurants you think need to be on the list that aren't, and like, appropriate ones. So, by the way, they go out of their way to say that the order of this list is basically south to north in Atlantic City, so they're not in any particular order, really. So the first one is Knife and Fork, which I agree. I think if you're talking about Atlantic City, you probably have to have Knife and Fork on the list, right? Any complaints?
Yeah, I haven't been. It's very historical, though.
I think your brother didn't love it, but I feel like if you make a list of top 10 restaurants in Atlantic City, you have to include Knife and Fork.
Yeah, like it at least has to be an honorable mention of like, this place has been here forever.
Right.
And when people talk about Atlantic City restaurants, Knife and Fork has to get a mention.
All right. So going just up the boardwalk, number 2, it is 2 properties, both in the Tropicana, Elan and Ocacha.
Oh, yeah, that's painful.
Yeah, it hurts.
Agreed.
Hurts real bad.
I mean, they definitely deserve to be on the list.
They're both fantastic. Did you ever go to Ocacha when it was open?
No,
because I know I went one night at like midnight when I was drunk out of my mind.
It was always very high on my list, and I never made it.
It was good. It was very good. I mean, again, I was drunk out of my... I think you guys had left like the night before me that time, which is rare because I usually would get there before you. But
yeah,
it was good. And it has a picture of Olad, and it's just beautiful. Anyway, so that's fine. I think given the time period, that is very appropriate. Number 3, just up the boardwalk from that, Chefola's. I think you have to include it, obviously.
Yeah. Neither of us have ever been, though, right?
I've never been, but yeah. I mean, I think it is probably the most iconic restaurant in Atlantic City. So, like, most people would consider that the number 1. So, number 4, Doc's Oyster House, just kind of a little bit up Atlantic Ave from that.
Yeah, definitely.
No complaints?
Nope.
Yep, good. So number 5, and I think this is an interesting one that I don't think either of us have been to, but I have heard of it. So, Pancho's Mexican Taqueria, which, as far as I know, is still open. Have you not heard of it?
No.
It's right next to White House.
Oh, okay. So my complaint already about the list is that we're now north of Bill's Eurosavlaki.
No, we're not.
Should have been on the list.
White House is definitely farther down the boardwalk than Bill's Hero. Bill's Hero is like almost... It's like halfway between Caesars and Resorts.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, keep going. Sorry, ignore me.
All right. So anyway, Pancho's Mexican Taqueria. So it's somewhere that I have heard of, and it is somewhere I'd like to check out. So number 6, I know you're gonna have problems with, though I don't, but it is actually the White House sub shop.
I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, it's iconic. It is maybe the most iconic Atlantic City restaurant, even more so than Knife and Fork, just in like the number of people who know about it.
I do need to go get an Italian sub, I have to say.
They're spectacular.
Maybe like no onions for me, but
It has pepper steak?
Pepper steak, that was a mistake. Pepper mistake. Oh, okay, anyways.
All right.
I'm fine with White House, even though I like the idea of White House.
I think you have to include it. I mean, you can't get around it in the top 10 list. Number 7, I don't know. Wow, this must like barely be... maybe it's east or west to east. I don't know. So, izakaya, which fine. I mean, I went. I thought it was totally fine. But
Yeah, how is that? Yeah, I don't understand the.
it's not
geography of
south
that,
to
but-
north. It's west to east, and Borgata is actually farther west than some of these other places.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, I loved Izakaya, but this is based on an experience a very long time ago, so I'll defer to your
No.
recency.
I think it was very good. I think if you went again, you would probably feel the same way about it that you felt the first time. It's just, I think I don't like fancy food very much, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Number 8, which I'm not sure if this is closed or not. You'll know better than me. Angeline, also at the Borgata.
No, it's still there.
It's still there?
It does not get good reviews, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the Michael Simon place that's
Michael Simon, yes.
sort of new, yeah. No, I have not heard great things about it.
The people do not like the Angeline?
That's what I see in all the Facebook groups.
Maybe this is more of like a food critic place than a Facebook group place. I don't know. I've never been, so I have no comment either way on the Angeline.
So there's only 2 left?
Only 2 left, and we're only at Borgata. So getting back to Caesars, finally, number 9, the Continental.
Okay.
Yeah. And they go out of their way to say Budokan gets like an honorable mention, basically, for being right next to it. But, Continental was so good, man.
It was really good. I think I'm already, like, having places in my head that they must have left out, so I'm interested to hear what this last place is. It's clearly nothing at Hard Rock, because
Yeah.
Hard Rock's dining
No, it's
game.
the Hard Rock Cafe, of course.
Not on point, but what could it be?
What do you think? Do you have any guesses? Way up at the end of the boardwalk?
Could be American Cut. Could be the Amada. Amada's very good.
You're in the right neighborhood, let's say, but it's not in the ocean.
Capriccio?
No. Tony Baloney's.
Tony Baloney's.
I went once to the Tony Baloney's in Atlantic City, and I know you have one near you in Jersey City. I thought it was totally fine, but it didn't blow me away.
Tony
But
Baloney's.
I know people love the Tony Baloney's.
I like it. I think it's interesting, and they make interesting stuff for like the sort of drunk food that it is. I don't think it needs to be on this list in the way that like White House does, and I wouldn't. And anybody who's in AC and like looking for a place to go, even in that area, I don't think I'd be like, oh, you should go check out White House. I mean, you go check out Tony Baloney's.
I went out of my way, because you have to go out of your way to go to that Tony Baloney's, and it was like totally fine. And I was like, I don't need to do this again. I think if you want like artisanal, like weird pizza toppings or whatever, it's probably up your alley and it's worth seeing. But
it's not artisanal weird pizza toppings. It's things like it's General Tso's pizza. I mean, General Tso's, chicken pizza or like a taco pizza. It's stuff that's like totally drunk food.
I don't know.
Or like a cheesesteak smothered in all sorts of stuff.
Mayonnaise and not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amada is very, very good. I've been multiple times.
I've never been.
And I've always thought it was very good. I'm a little surprised Capriccio didn't make the list.
I've also never been, so.
And it's always rated very highly for both brunch and dinner food at the resorts. Nero's not on the list. I sort of understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a fine list. It's not egregious.
It's a fine. I don't think there's like anything like really egregious that they missed.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that's come out more recently. I had something in my head that is more recent than this list was, and I can't even think of it. I mean, obviously Jerry Longo's martinis and meatballs.
Obviously.
I've never been there. I don't know.
I don't know. Obviously. By the way, have we talked about how wonderful the Bally's is? Let me tell you about why you should go to the Bally's.
I mean, it didn't list any of the dive bars. It should have listed, Chelsea Pub and Inn.
Obviously. I mean, I think, and like maybe this is something we can think about and talk a little bit more about next episode, because I don't have any answers myself. But so Knife and Fork seems obvious. You have to have it. Chef Ola's seems obvious. Doc's seems obvious. And I think we both agree that White House needs to be on that list. But like beyond that, is there anything that stands out to you that like absolutely is a must do in Atlantic City? I'm surprised they don't have Cafe 2825.
Yeah,
that is
surprising.
Very highly reviewed. I have not been, but I know you have been, right?
Yeah, it's very good, although it's just like very good heavy Italian. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like a lot of places do that well.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't have sitting in what used to be the literal alley at Angelo's Fairmount Tavern like we did last time.
Oh, I mean, Angelo's is great.
By the way, did you see the news? I'm surprised you didn't put it in the agenda that friend of the podcast, whichever Norcross had bought Formica Grill.
I did
or
see
Formica bread. Yeah.
Formica, we were told by David Danzis. Yeah, Formica. He did. That's a good point. They make the bread for the White House, as I understand it.
That's right. Friend of the podcast, George Norcross.
I feel one thing I'll appreciate about this list, though, is that there are things that aren't on this list. And I feel like when we started going to AC, if you made a top 10 list, it would have been pretty much this list for one thing.
I agree. I think the list is, like, frankly pretty good. I mean, there's, like, some quibbles. Like I said, I don't think Tony Baloney's is great. But other than that, like, I'm interested in checking out Ponchos. Like, I have heard of it. I know it's supposed to be good.
But yeah, there's also stuff like, Wingcraft and Rhythm and Spirits and
well, Rhythm and Spirits, I think, might be newer than this
right.
list.
But I'm saying, like, since we've started going, there is a lot of new stuff. Like, as much as I mourn the
like
loss
everything
of
on
the
Tennessee
Continental,
Ave, certainly.
I really want to check out Cuzzy's Pizza. Like, they keep posting things on Instagram that make me very hungry. So I want to go there. That's on Orange Loop. And so I do appreciate that there's been a real movement in good food. And also, I mean, part of that also is that we've just done a lot of stuff. Like, I actually was thinking before this trip, like, if my wife goes to bed at 10, do I want to just sit and play video poker like I always do? Or
do I want to go to Chef Vola's and eat a humongous veal parmesan?
No. From Tropicana, you have the option to go on a very short walk to Tony's Baltimore Grill.
Oh,
or Chelsea
true.
Pub and Inn, which are both excellent options for just going and grabbing a pint and then heading back to the tables. So
you're not allowed. You can do whatever you want, but if you ever go to Tony's Baltimore Grill and are not 3 sheets to the wind, I don't want to hear about your opinion if it's bad.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, you can't do that sober.
Yeah, because I've been only once, and I was way beyond drunk, but it was just a magical experience.
Oh, yeah, I was also, completely just beyond, like, I was 4 sheets. And yeah, I remember thinking, like, this pizza is some of the best pizza I've ever eaten in my life. These wings are fantastic. And they're just like frozen wings probably that they threw in a fryer.
That's how I feel every time I eat the Piccolilli wings. Yeah. Piccolilli, obvious oversight.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a whole second list of low-class joints that includes Bill's Gyro Souvlaki, the Piccolilli.
Yes.
Stuff like that. That would be an excellent list as well. Bull shots.
So I don't know if you are a subscriber to the Atlantic City Reddit, but someone posted a couple weeks ago being like, where can I get drugs or whatever in Atlantic City?
Where they don't have them. You can't find them.
And someone else replied, you should just go to the Popeyes on Atlantic in Indiana because people are always selling drugs there. Because I'm just looking in Atlantic City on Google Maps now, and I saw that Popeyes, and it made me laugh because apparently it's a good place to buy drugs.
I gotta think it's not that hard to get drugs in the Atlantic City.
Amazing.
We had a question from my brother that I forgot to add to the podcast, but I feel like we should save that one.
We could save it for next time when we also have no content.
Yeah, I'll probably forget again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Even the Google, Tony Baloney says 4.2 stars, which is like good, not great, which is exactly how I would describe it.
I think that's about right. And I can just get it whenever, like it's in Hoboken, so I'm also like a little bit, not jaded, but I don't rate it as highly because it's not a specific Atlantic City thing.
You know, it was good because a friend of the podcast, Amy S. Rosenberg, would never steer us wrong. The pizza at the Steel Pier.
Shockingly good pizza from a truck at the Steel Pier. Shockingly good. Kelsey's not on the list. I was a little surprised. Not that we've been to Kelsey's, but
it's supposed to be good though, right?
It is supposed to be very, very
soul
good.
Food place,
Yep.
I guess.
Highly, highly rated.
I certainly enjoyed Bore when I went.
That was also good.
Yes, my jambalaya was excellent. Very spicy, but good.
Too new for the list. I want to go back to Bore. I want to go see some live music at Bore.
What? I'm not made of money. Can't get in that side.
Rich.
Big cover charge.
Yeah.
No. I went in the restaurant side. Yes.
That's a good point. We did do that. I got some weird CBD oil cocktail.
Yes. You did. That is true. All right. Anyway, if you want to reach out to us or to our other listeners, you can do so to our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/doforwin. Find all of our amazing content at doforwin.com. Reach out to Craig on Twitter at doforwin or me at Kyle Askin, and send Craig some questions to doforwin@gmail.com so he can ignore you. Any last words, Craig? Oh, buy a shirt, by the way. Buy a shirt.
Oh yeah, buy a shirt. Do that.
Buy a shirt. And go to Bally's. Good times.
Everybody remember to rematch your Caesar's Reward status back to Diamond.
And also MGM. Both.
Let's talk Boardwalk Empire before we give out some bad information about status matching.
That's right. Oh, you don't need to do anything. You've got plenty of time.
Well, the good thing is all the hotels have like extended status through infinity. So the match back is like this permanent option so far, it seems. Do you want to talk about Season 4, Episode 8 of Boardwalk Empire, 2/3 of the way through this season?
As promised, I think the main thing that happened, and when I say as promised, I mean as promised by Craig Stone, a major character died in Pernsley, so
yeah,
don't have to worry about him anymore, I guess. So basically what happened is, I don't have any idea what her name is, came up to Atlantic City from Florida with the first shipment of booze.
Her name is Sally. I have a name for once.
Yes.
I'm so proud of myself.
Always wearing very low-cut tops. I had to say, the best part of the episode for me was how, when Doyle went out with her that night, how his hair was nicely combed or whatever. Just, like, absolutely perfect.
We didn't think, like, 3 episodes into the first season, we were completely convinced that Doyle would not make it through season 1.
Yeah, he was always, like, the favorite to be the first main character that died, and yet here he is.
And he's so valuable to the show. Just adds
fantastic.
So much to every episode that he's in. Just great.
So the FBI dude, Tolliver, I guess, or Knox, or whatever you want to call him, kind of figures out through, his wonderful leadership style that that Eli's son's roommate is in jail for a murder, and it might actually be Eli's son that made some murder happen. So he met up with Eli in a local establishment, and it seems like convinced him to cooperate, though we didn't actually get confirmation on that.
That's true. They said just one little nod, but we didn't actually see the nod.
We don't know what's happening.
It's presumed, yeah.
But I think the most of the main point of the episode was the Chalky versus Narcisse thing. We got to see Chalky burn a bunch of the heroin or whatever that he found at the more or less heroin house that got raided, and had Pernsley kill the guy who was running the heroin house very conveniently before Chalky could talk to him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, Pernsley more or less goes to meet Chalky while he was at his singer friend's place to kill him. But then they got into a fight, and Pernsley was going to kill Chalky, but the singer, who it seems like is falling for Chalky a bit, ends up killing Pernsley. So presumably we will see, both of them against Pernsley for the rest of the season. Who knows what's going to happen with Chalky and his wife, but, these things happen.
Yeah, and they also set up that the reason it seems like Nucky will be heavily on Chalky's side is that the Mayor Bader,
indeed,
of Baderfield fame, needs Chalky to rally his people to vote for Bader, to keep him in office and keep, someone in the mayor position that Nucky has under his thumb. Otherwise, Narcisse could just put anybody he wants into the mayorship.
His people.
Yes. That's what got Joe Rogan in trouble.
Yes.
So then, the other thing, also Willie, who is Eli's son, is going to start working a low-level job for Nucky, which is actually in Mayor Bader's office.
In Bader's office, yes.
And I think that's pretty much it. A lot happened. That was a lot of stuff. What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was totally fine.
I really liked it. I thought it sets up a lot. I think it finally sets up the Chalky Narcisse conflict in a way that makes sense for to get everyone involved, which I think is good, because I was a little bit like, they just kind of hate each other, and like
it makes sense that the singer would kind of turn on Narcisse a bit because he's pure evil, and Chalky's like a fairly decent man, all things considered.
Yeah, for somebody who's sleeping with the singer at his club.
Right, but these things happen, Greg. You can't judge people on something like that.
You got to compare him to who he's up against, and
right,
pretty clearly comes out ahead. I thought it was very, very obvious throughout that whole fight scene between Pernsley and Chalky that
it was quite clear that what was going to happen the whole time.
Yes, that singer was going to be the one, especially like Pernsley strangling Chalky, and Chalky's holding his head up, and it's like the singer's either grabbing the gun and going to shoot him in the head right now, or stab him in the back, and that is exactly what happened.
Got to see Chalky cut his mouth open like the Joker.
That was a little intense.
I know you love gratuitous violence, so.
What else? The FBI guys, all the FBI guys, you mentioned
his wonderful leadership style. It's wonderful. Like, as a boss myself, I feel like I need to take some lessons.
I like the actor who plays Knox / Tolliver. Is it Tolliver? Uh-huh. Yeah, I think he's good. I saw him in a movie, some indie movie, and he was good in that too. But he can sort of play back and forth between like the super stiff side and like the bad guy side. And the other FBI guys, the delivery's like so overly stiff. And it's like, is this a style choice? Or are they just really bad at acting? It was a little bit stood out to me.
Got to see Eli's son just laying in bed listening to Nucky Sleep with me going to Florida. I had flashbacks to our wonderful Bally's night together in the Claridge Tower.
I think that's why they put the scene in, because they were they know that this is an authentic Atlantic City experience.
That's right, we do. It was very loud, just like it was for Eli's son. So we've got four more episodes this season, and then only 8 next season. Is that what you've told me?
Yeah, short season. So basically, 1 regular season worth of episodes left.
That's it. We're getting to the end. I mean, it's still like every week. I feel like I have to be dragged to watch Boardwalk Empire, even though I always kind of enjoy it. Like, I'm never unhappy I did it afterwards. So
I think drawing it out has made it feel like more of a chore. Like if I was just watching it whenever, we would have finished it a year ago. Yeah. But. Yeah, I mean, it's a good show, but I do feel like...
Yeah, it's totally fine. If you're looking for something to watch, it's fine.
I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking it up. And I was sort of like, is it that good, though? Like, is it really worth recommending people now go out and find this show in 2022 when there's so much other good television on? And I think it's, it's worth watching, I guess.
If you're a huge Atlantic City fan, it's worth watching.
I think if you're into all those, like, Sopranos and stuff, it's probably worth it.
If you're into the mob and, like, turn of last century, then it's worth watching, too, I think.
Yeah. And that's where we'll leave it. And since we've summed that up, I don't think we even need to watch the last 12 episodes.
All right. I look forward to our new future of not watching Boardwalk Empire.
I don't think we even need to record any future episodes of 2 for Win.
I mean, we've made enough money from the greatest casino on earth.
Chickies and Sweets?
Bally's Enterprises.
Go get your Jerry Longo's meatballs and martinis.
They are delicious.
I do want to actually, the water dog there looks kind of interesting. I'd like to go there. Hey, man. Bagels and barbecue. What else could you ask for?
Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful time. And don't go to Bally's. That place sucks.
I thought you liked Bally's.
What? Until they stiffed me.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Come on. Just like Cart Rock. Just like Borgata, really.
All right.
Anyway, we'll talk to y'all in a few weeks.
A few? But White House is north of the outlets.
White House is not north of the outlets. It is south of the outlets. So you come in and you turn right to go to White House. It's right next to Angelo's Fairmont Tavern. And the outlets are kind of straight or even to the left a little bit on the AC Expressway.
Yeah, to the left.
White House is to the right.
Oh, we're going north to south.
South to north.
What? Knife
and Fork was the first restaurant. That's all the way down here.
Okay, yeah, I'm turned around. Never mind. Ignore me. Edit all this out.
Nope.
Cut this out to make Craig not look like an idiot.